Welcome to this look at a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. New lands, that's where I find myself today. This has been converted over, definitely from 19, I don't know if it's on 17 or not, by GWENDAL, 275.72 megabytes download. Now before you turn off, before you say, oh yeah, I remember this map, the map previously was a good map with plenty of scope for doing all sorts of cool stuff. This has gone next level with FS22. This is packed with features, really clever features, and some very kind of bespoke custom stuff, which is just brilliant. Contracts are available. When I say contracts are available, they're special contracts. We'll talk about slot count now as well. We're going to get over to the vehicles in just a moment. Slot count on all three game modes is 1,516. New farmer, farm manager, start from scratch. All exactly the same. If we go to our map, this is what the map looks like. There is a train, and the train does a route round. It does a loop here, and then it follows all the way up through the town, round and across here to there, does a loop round, and comes back again. So it doesn't go off the map. You can rent the train, we'll get to that later on. The map, quite a lot of plots going on, as you can see. On New Farmer, we start with plot 15, which is where our main farm of a sort is. There's no sleep trigger. You don't start with a sleep trigger. You can place anywhere you want. We've got 173 and 206 up there as well. Plots aren't too expensive. Even the bigger ones of all of these plots aren't that expensive. We can pick them up all fairly cheap. You can gradually sweep your way across the map, building and clearing, and that's a big feature on this map: clearing. You can clear trees to create fields. There's other stuff to clear, which I'll get onto in a moment as well, which is just absolutely brilliant. Well, I said about contracts. Look, so we've got two there for baling. You've got a highways agency. Oh, they're both highway. There was another one as well when I was on here earlier. So some of the contracts are available or on fields either side of the main motorway, freeway, interstate. So you see all these fields here? You've got all these various different fields. There's baling fields and various different contracts. So from the highways agency, and I can't remember for the life of me what the other one was. But it's really cool. So sort of specialist contracts as well, which I love the idea of that. We don't start with any production chains. However, there's some real bespoke stuff on the map. But let's just get around and I'll show you what I mean. Interestingly, we start, you kind of just get dropped. When you start, you kind of fall to the ground as if you've fallen from space, or you've parachuted in. Here, you've parachuted in to save the map. We're going to clean it up. We're going to go eco-friendly. Now, as you can see, a lot of these plots, a lot of the area across here is covered in trees. There will be some clearance required, unless you want to go for agroforestry, where you can plough your fields around the trees or between the trees. There are plenty of mulches and various different bits of equipment in-game, and also modded, which will allow you to just sweep across the map and just remove trees off the map. You don't have to worry too much. If you don't want to do logging in particular, you don't have to. I'm heading south at the moment to where the start farm, main farm is. We've got a few bits of equipment and machinery. We've got a tractor there, as you can see, and then we're going to do a route around the map. We've got a lot of points to get to. What's also being done on this map, which I really like the feature, I think it's really nice, rather than just have sell points, we've got people's properties. So the sell points are people's names. So different products that you've got around the map that we can produce, we can take to like individual, well, buyers. They're buyers from us, we're selling to them. But as you look around as well, I just love the sort of distant, sort of slightly mistier mountains off in the behind us. It's really nicely done. So we've got our roller, we've got a trailer, we've got the Anderson logging trailer with crane. We've got the Bradale K105 fertilizer or lime spreader in here. We've got Rosselmash harvester and header. We've got Fendt tractor. We've got our sowing machine and front seed tank. And then we have got the forestry mulcher, as I was sort of alluding to, there as well. So we get all of these anyway on all three game modes. We start with all the same equipment. What we're going to do is head out from here down the side of the field, take a route round because we're heading over there directly ahead of me first. Now this map did have a couple of updates in FS19. I don't always re-review a map when they've had updates. So some of this may have been part of the updates on FS19, but as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware from when I first did a map tour on this, this has changed quite a lot. I don't remember that being up there. So this is the first interesting feature. Now, whilst there aren't collectibles on the map as we know them, whether they be coins or toys or whatever they might be, we do have all of this. Now, anything that needs to be collected, waste, has got the recycling logo on it. And there's piles of recycling all over the place on this map, including these planks, sort of things we used to use for doing command tasks and leadership tasks. There's old mattresses, tyres, all sorts of stuff, pallets. So you can grab trailers, you come out, pick all this up, stick it onto a trailer, and we'll take it somewhere later on. I'll show you a bit more about that later on. So these are technically collectibles, because where you take them, you do get paid for them. So, collectibles. But it just means you've got to put a bit more work in, and I like that as an idea. I have to say, I mean, various different maps. Over the last 24 hours, there's been the rock crawl map by Alien Jim. I love that, because it's a very... I like the whole rock crawling, trialing idea, the whole almost kind of snow runner-esque. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Love that map. I just did the map tour on Blackwater Bottoms. A very straightforward, simple, get on, convert it how you want kind of map. This is a whole different ball game, and what's what I like about all the various different map makers, modders out there. 3 different maps within 24 hours, all so completely different. This one's very crisp, clean, tidy, but there's so much going on, and like I say, I love the creativeness and the ideas that have been put in by GWENDAL. Now in here, loads more recycling that can be collected in here and can be sold off. It's all over the map, scattered all over the place. If we come up here, the first of our sell points we're going to look at is tucked around the back here, and this is someone's house. How lovely. This is Amelia Lambert. This is her house. So if we come across the map to where we were there, we've come across here, we're now here. This is Amelia Lambert's. So there's various different things. If I go down to the sell points that Amelia Lambert will take off your hands. Got to find her name. There we go. Amelia Lambert, Elin Carson, Jenna Hartman, Max Wachter, Muriel Moineux, Nils Osterwalder. So there's a whole load as we go around. So we can take different items to these people's properties. Now, weirdly, I don't know why, we've got a vehicle workshop and a vehicle store here, but it's not showing on the map. I don't know if you see bottom right. And if we go back up to our map, we're now here. That plot can't be bought. So you can't buy it, but there is a workshop there. It's right there. Next door to that, we've got a fuel tank round there. That's a... how much was the Meridian? I'm trying to remember now. 25,000 litre tank. It is empty, but you can get that filled, so you can use that as a fuel point. If we carry on a little bit further up and turn in here, we've got a sawmill and a carpentry. Now they're both down as carpentry. There's another point, there's another couple of points on the map that do the same thing. So this one says carpentry, and that is your standard sort of in-game carpentry. What I like about these are custom, these are modded. These aren't just plonked down, here's your sawmill, wallop. They're very kind of, like I say, bespoke. So this says carpentry, but this is your sawmill. Not too expensive either. I'm going to put some money in later on because there's a couple of plots and bits I'm going to need to buy. And then across the way here, also not showing up on the map, we've got livestock market, animal dealer there. And then we've got an animal dealer sell point, as you can see, for bales and stuff like that. That is showing up on the map, but the actual animal dealer here isn't. So we have got a vehicle store and vehicle workshop, and we've got an animal dealer on this part of the map, which is pretty handy. We'll go back to our tractor, and then we're going to head north up the map and whiz round. I'm very, very taken with this. I mean, the map itself isn't necessarily overly different, but I think it's all the features and things that have been added in. I know I sound gushy, and I like the cleverness. I like the ingenuity of it, you know? It's just something a little bit different. Can you tell? So, heading up the map. It's not the fastest. I mean, to be fair, 32 mile an hour, it's pretty fast, but we get to take in some of the map. There's going to be a few bits like this where we're going to do a bit of driving. What I'll probably do is skip ahead a little bit on a couple of them, because it does take a little while. Actually, as we're driving, we don't start with any animal pens or any animals. There aren't any modded ones. Like I say, there's no modded stuff in here. The stuff that is modded and customised is fixed to the map. So any of the bits we're going to come to now, whilst they are here on the map, they're not in the build mode, so you can't go to build mode and add more of them. They are where they are. As we come over the brow of the hill and look down here, we've got, I suppose, a nursery garden centre-esque type thing, and we've got the end of this part of the railway line, where it swings round and then goes back on its route. On our right hand side, this is brilliant. I think I'll be alright to start off with the money I've got, but I will put some more in a little while. So, to our right, we've got very large greenhouses. There are 5 of them, as you can see. These are here and can be purchased for 10,000 each, which isn't too bad at all. So let's purchase one. You might see there's some interesting new things there. As soon as I purchase it, the bits that are in there will disappear because it's now mine. But if I click on that again, we can do tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, red cabbage, or flowers. Nice additions. You'll also notice under the recipe there's a thing that says Tur-O. Now, as far as I can tell, that's a mulch, maybe like a kind of compost. I'll explain about that in a minute. So this one, these require water, seeds, and that compost mulch for this to work. But if you look at the cycles per month, 1,536, 768, 1536, 1536. So, and the recipes aren't too bad. So you should get a fair production out of these. So each one of these, 10 grand each. There are 5 of them here. Next door, we've got a production chain building. So this is something a bit special too. We click on that. Buy building mulcher for 20,000. Let's buy that. We click on that, and this produces this Tur-O. I did have a look online. I couldn't find anything relating to it, but we can put in straw, manure, sugar beet cut, hay, silage, grass, or wood chips, and it will convert it into. And we look at the conversion as well. It's mulching it down. We've got that one, 2 to 10, 7 to 10, 8 to 10, 4 to 10. So you're getting good ratio on that, and you're getting that out. That's your outgoing product. Now that can be used at these greenhouses. It can also be sold, as when we looked at the sell points earlier. There's a few places that you can sell this stuff as well. So we've got a building mulcher. Oh, there you go. Good timing. Train's going to do a loop round. And we'll go back on its merry way. Just over there, there is a rent train point, and we've got a platform there, so you can load onto it here. So if you want to take a load of your goods from here, you can. There you go, off it goes. We come round here. We've then got this. This is a plants facility, as you can see. We've got bonsai trees. We've got cypress and eucalyptus trees. So if I click on that, this one is 50 grand to buy. Have I got enough? I have. As you see, they all go. But if we click on that again, bonsai, cypress and eucalyptus. The recipes, water and more of the compost or mulch. We can store, sell, distribute with those. Nice touch, like that. And then this side, we've got shrub production. Click on those. Then we've got 5 of these. These are very long greenhouses. There's 5 of these in a row. I think these are 10 grand each as well. Yep. And we bought these. These will do bamboo or aloe vera. Again, water, solid fertilizer on this, and the mulchy compost. Mulch post, we'll call it. I love this. Brilliant. New crop types. I know we've had some mods with these, but I think the mods were the mods by GWENDAL? I don't think they were actually. But some new features, some new crop types. I like the addition of the mulch. Absolutely brilliant. Across the road, so we've got the rent point there. There's an electric charge station and there's a fuel tank. That fuel tank is a 15,000 litre fuel tank which you can get filled. There's a bit of storage space over there as well. To our right, we have got the cereal factory, and then is it cereal factory? Hang on, let me get this right. Yeah, cereal factory, sugar mill, and then oil mill. right on top of each other. Now, we've got a little bit of a drive, but we get to take in some of the stuff. Because I'm pretty sure the previous version of this, again, like I say, I did the first version. I don't think I did any updated versions. Didn't have the trains on it. Be careful on the train crossings. They are quite bumpy. Just be aware of that when you're transporting goods. And there's a bit of a drive now. We go down to the, well, I would refer to it as a motorway, dual carriageway. So we've got a bit of sweep round. Again, we go over the next bit of track, and then we go sweep round down under there and head off in that direction. Then to the town. I will see you as we go onto the off-ramp in just a moment. So, off-ramp, we come up into the town. To start off, we've got a few of those sell points. See the train line that runs out there to the side. So, we start off with Max Vacta. That building there is owned by Max Vacta. We're into Gweville. Oh, that was what the other contract was. It was highways in Gweville. So there'll be some contracts. So there's a sell point just at the front of the building. There's also a sell point at the back of the building there for Max Vacta. Next to that, we've got, was it Niels Osterwalder, I think it was? I think it was that one just there. Yep, Niels Osterwalder is that sell point just there. Then next door to Niels Osterwalder, we have got Evelyn Carson, just through the back of the garden there. Move forward here. I'm just going to pull into the car park here for the grocery mart just a second. Again, nice features that I like about this. We come around the back here, we've got a sell point 4. This was Jana Hartmann. So Jana Hartmann's is around the back here, just there. And if you go down that track there, and there's a gate at the end there, that's the back part of Max Vacta's, so the 2 sell points there. But when we come to the farmer's market really nicely, rather than just having one sell point, you've got loads of individual sell points. So it's like a farmer's market. You bring your stuff here and you can take it to the various different vendors at the farmer's market. Nice touch. Like it. You know, people might not like that. They might prefer to have one sell point and they don't want to, have to muck around with it. But I like that. I think it's a good idea. Fuel station just there and around the back. We've got the grocery mart sell point. Just around there. This building to the side here is Lizard. Was it Lizard Goods? Just check my notes. I'm doing all right so far. Lizard Goods. So that building there, Lizard. Behind that is Lizard Goods sell point. Just behind there. We've got bakery to the right hand side. Behind that we've got the dairy, and to the side there we've got the restaurant. Then next door we've got the vehicle store. The vehicle store has a workshop trigger just around to the side of it here. This is also the reset point, so if you need to reset a vehicle, this is where it will reset to. So there's your main vehicle store with reset point. Just across the road there, we've got another sell point. That's for, I think it's Mathieu Barbet. Then we go up the hill. There's loads of stuff all packed together, but I like it. And it gets better. It's even better up here. It's brilliant. It's really cool. I always say when I do my mod reviews, I like something a little bit different. And this is definitely that. When you first look at it, you think, oh, 275.72 megabytes, quite a high download. It's actually brilliant. We've got more recyclable goods and things all around here we can pick up. Behind there, we've got a Farmer 400 silo, 400,000 litres, standard crop types. That's not a multi-fruit, that's a standard in-game one. Sell point here, this is the transport company sell point, but again, there's a workshop trigger to the side, but individual sell points for the various different things. You get to do a bit of forklift truck work, or if you want to be using, the liftable pallets and various different things like that. So this is transport company sell points, various different palleted goods, including some of the stuff we've got on the map, the bonsai trees and yews and eucalyptus and that kind of stuff. And there's a workshop trigger through the back there at the transport company. I mean, looking at that, thinking that could well just be a central one, so you might just be able to put them down there and sell, but you've got all those ones around the outside as well. Like it. And as we come across the back here, we've got Rent Train Point up here. And then to the side of that, we've got Railroad Silo North, which is also a sell point, so you can sell from the train. Bring it across here. Anything that can be sold at Railroad Silo North can be sold in here through the tracks into the pit below. That'll be another one that if you're not sure, or you're not sure what things you can sell at certain places, just come to the map, come to the prices screen, scroll up to whatever thing you're looking for. You might be new to the game, you might not know this. Then go across this side, and you can look down all the various different places you can sell those goods. Was there one that said Railroad Silo? I want to say it was potatoes and where are we? Sugar beet cut. Oh, there you go. Sugar beet, potatoes, corn as we move up. Railroad Silo North. So yeah, most of your main crop types can be sold at Railroad Silo North. So that's all those sell points. We'll come back to the map just so I can show you where we've been. So we went here, did all of that, went all up there, took in all of the greenhouses, all the various different things there. Then the cereal factory, sugar mill, oil mill. Then we took that route round, did sweep round there. Along the roads came off ramp there, all the various different individuals. As I said, Max Wagner, Nils, Evelyn, Jana, Grocery Mart, Farmers Market. We took in all of these various different ones here. We're currently at this point here, Transport Company, Rent Train, Railroad Silo North, and the Farmer 400 Silo. We're going to whiz up the hill to here. Oh, that reminds me. I'm just going to whiz back to the vehicle store because I need to grab something. And then I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to grab a couple of barrels because we're going to head to the point where we can sell all of the recyclable goods. So, I'm going to let's grab a tyre. I know it's a bit big, but we'll grab it anyway. It's like I'm entered in the world's strongest man. Strap that down. Strap that there, and we'll grab a barrel. Doesn't matter which one, let's just grab a barrel. Strap that down as well. Right, let's head up the hill. Again, be careful over the tracks. It does say stop. Be aware, trains can come from both ways. It is a bit bumpy as well, especially if you don't have certain things strapped down. And let's head up the hill. I like having to work for the collectibles. I think it's brilliant. So, this is, for all intents and purposes, a recycling centre. So we're at the Waste Collection Centre. The first of the sell points is just here. That's your waste collection. There's various different things that will go into there. I think it's we'll check the sell points again. Doesn't hurt to have another look. I'm pretty sure it's things like grasses and things like wood chips. Yeah, waste collection centre, the bottom one over that side there. Can't do silage, we can do grass. Oh, it might just be wood chip and grass then. There might be some other things that go in there. Be a case of scrolling down and find all the various different things. Over the back corner there, we've got a debris crusher. And then over this side here, we've got another mulching machine. So this one, rather than the little factory, we buy the production, we can put in the various different things, the same as the other mulching factory did over there, and this will produce mulch as well. Actually, you know what we'll do, let's just put some more money in. I think it's 40 grand this one. Buy production plant. This is a Lizard CR3000 for 30,000. Click on that, and as you can see, there we go. So again, straw, manure, sugar beet cut, hay, silage, grass, or wood chips will produce the compost or mulch. So that can be done here. Then over here, This is your eco sell point. So for your waste collection around the map, take that strap off. If we grab that, take that over and drop it in. Now it will stay there. Nothing, you don't get paid for anything just yet. It works a little bit like the vehicle menu. So rather than the sell point exactly, because we're selling products, I guess, you can just fill that whole thing up if you want to. Then click on there, and you've got those two things to sell. So that one, 131, and the eco wheel, 201. And as you saw, there are planks, there are mattresses, barrels, plastic barrels. Bring it all up here to the waste collection centre, into the eco bin, and sell it all. So they are collectibles. You just need to work a little bit for them. I love it. What a clever idea. So, waste collection centre, tick. From here, we're going to cut across a little bit. It's not showing on the map at the moment because we need to buy the plot of land, but we're going to head across the biogas plant. I think we'll probably just go hooning across, I suppose, through the trees. There is a little track somewhere. Missed it completely. No, it doesn't matter. It's over here. We'll head across. And just to the right hand side, biogas plant. Once purchased, it is a standard biogas plant. Takes standard things, and the cycles per month are standard. You get digestate out. Nothing over and above that. I must admit, I did wonder, because of having the mulch and compost stuff that you can be producing in two different places, I did wonder whether or not this would take that and you could turn that into sort of digestate biogas, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. So where are we on the map at the moment? We are over here. This plot of land will set you back 18,156. Once purchased, the triggers will appear and the icons will appear here on the map. Like I said, standard stuff, as you can see. A couple of side clamps over to the side as well. And because you bought the land, you could put other stuff down. I'm trying to think. There's not a huge amount of space, but you might be able to put some other bits and bobs down if you want to. Now, from here, we've got a bit of a drive. First bit I'll show you, then I'll skip. I'll show you where we're going to go. As we head down the hill, we're going to head back onto the dual carriageway. Bit of a drive first. As we go down the hill, we've got another one of the sell points from a local, and that one is Muriel Moineux. I think that's how you say it. Hers is just on the roundabout. We turn a little bit before it, so we're coming back down to that roundabout we kind of turned off before. Be careful, this is very bumpy, this one. You can come out, well, that was close. You can come out the back of the transport company here as well if you want to. So yeah, just over there to the side of the roundabout, you can just about see the blue disc there. That's Muriel's, that's sell point. We're going to head down here and onto the dual carriageway. I'm going to show you where we're going to go though. So we're coming onto dual carriageway here. We're going to drive all the way down there. When we get to here, we have to come all the way up. We loop up, round there, cross the top of it, and then we're going to head off to that direction. You can't really cut across because there's barriers and various different bits and bobs. So it's not, I mean, I probably could go the wrong way against traffic maybe and cut up across the hills. But I will take the route and I will see you out there in just a moment. And so, we come up the hill to the last cluster of sell points, production chains. This is where the train loops around the other side. So as we come in through the gate, we have got the Rent train point there with another little loading platform. This is carpentry, and it is actually a carpentry production. Then we come around the other side and we've got sawmill. So that's what you put into the carpentry. And then this side is the sawmill side of things. So we've got carpentry and sawmill together. Come up the sides here and around the back. So you've got your wood chips, that's where those will appear. This is your log points of dropping off your lumber. We come around the back, we've got a biomass heating plant just here. Another fuel point here, 15,000 litres. Empty at the moment, but you can purchase just there. And that is the map. Now, I was double checking. Oh, damn, we've been very lucky with the train. I have to say, it's quite quick to do the loop round. Yeah, I have been having a quick look at the map because I did wonder whether there was anything in the interior of the map that I might have missed. I don't think I have. There we go. Off it goes again, back round. It's quite speedy, the train. If we come back to the map, this is where we were dropped, in the middle there. That road, we came down that road and we went out that way. You can just go straight across the middle there. As far as I can tell, there's nothing else there. Not that I can tell. If I'm going to scroll down and just check on the contracts again. No, we've still got those two, just for highway and not the town itself. But that's the map. From here, we go back on that road, and then if we cut back down, it'll take us to our main farm, where we walked across and started. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I know I've been very, like I said, I've been very gushy about it. I just think, yeah, I've told you what I think already. I think you can tell. That's New Lands by GWENDAL. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.